Hey, what's up, studs? Ryan here, and welcome to Ask MandR, episode 318, the series where I answer your questions, mostly about LEGO and LEGO Star Wars. If you have a question or topic for next week's episode, leave in the comments section below. And if you're hyped for Jedi Bob Starfighter, hit the like button. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, so we'll talk more about them later. But first, we have some questions. Ryan says, what do you think is the LEGO Star Wars set 66787 Jedi Master gift set? It's on lego.com, but it doesn't have a picture. And it does turn out it is the Walmart exclusive 3-in-1 for this year, which of course is just like an exclusive outer box packaging, but it includes Yoda's Interceptor, Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, and the newer 501st Battle Pack. The normal retail price of the three sets inside is $85, which means at Walmart they should be selling it for $50, $55, $60, somewhere in that price range. So it'll be a substantial discount, and then a lot of the times they'll even have a sale on top of that, or sometimes Rakuten is running an extra good cash back deal, and like there's just other opportunities to save even more money. So if you don't own the three sets, it's a great opportunity to pick them up all three at once for one great price. Otherwise, I generally just view it as like a really good gift to get for kids, but like it's not really something most other people would be interested in otherwise because they've probably already bought the sets. Paul wants to know if I ever think we'll get the Fondor Hallcraft. This is Luthen's ship from Andor Season 1, and with Season 2, of course, looming, I think, in 2025, I'm imagining it will come out because of one simple set, the Skeleton Crew set. If LEGO has enough confidence to release a Skeleton Crew set on a ship that no one cares about and probably won't care about, although I do think that if they did the Jedi ship from the Acolyte, it would actually have sold better than what the Skeleton Crew ship will sell. This is just obviously my opinion and not based in like the fact and reality of it because we can't actually compare the two, but I do think like having a bunch of like cool Jedi in one set is going to sell more sets than a bunch of kids with flashlights, but that's besides the point. The point is that if they're making such like a weird ship from the Skeleton Crew, it's very likely that they would be interested in making Luthen's ship from Andor. So I would wager that when Andor Season 2 comes out, we would get his ship along with maybe another set from Andor, but it's always a toss-up. The Drew Gaming wants to know what I think of the LEGO Ideas Jaws set and if it's worth getting for its $150 price tag. And taking a look at this thing, it looks amazing. 1,497 pieces, so the price per piece is spot on for nobody to be able to complain about the value, but like that's besides the point is the size of it there for $150. And like just again, eye test looking at it, not really. Like it looks small for $150. The T-Rex Breakout was $100 and it looks like it's about the same amount of stuff as this Jaws set. It's always hard to compare LEGO sets one-to-one like this, but that looks about the same. Now in a one-to-one price comparison, the Indiana Jones Temple of the Golden Idol set is $150 and it has 1,545 pieces. But again, that build looks like it just has more to it and it's bigger. Again, it's hard to compare because each build is so drastically different, but on the eye test, I don't necessarily think it's worth $150. With that being said, it is about a perfect set. So like if it's going to be this level of quality, the price becomes a little bit less of an issue, but I gotta say the boat looks fantastic, the shark looks fantastic. I guess I didn't notice that they do have the extra stand for the shark, so I guess that's a little extra added value that's not really seen on the original box picture. Definitely some nice interior detail in the boat. I love that they gave him the revolver to try and shoot at the shark, I suppose, there in one of the pictures. But yeah, I love the set. I think it's fantastic. I'm just a bit skeptical on the price for like the actual size of the thing, but honestly, like if you also compare it to like the Mos Espa Pod Race set that's $80 for like a little bit less than double the price, I think this is a way better set, but a lot of it's very subjective when it comes to price. I think I'll buy it. I think I will. Ben says, what is your favorite August 1st set? Oh shoot, I dropped my Jedi Bob. I did make a list. Dark Millennium Falcon was second to Jedi Bob Starfighter. Bob is probably going to be at the top, but the Dark Side Millennium Falcon is like a really cool concept to me, and I really love having the white Vader, even though he doesn't have the blue eyes. There's just a lot of cool stuff in that set. So Dark Falcon or Jedi Bob Starfighter is going to be 1A, 1B there. And C-3PO is a sneaky like top 3 LEGO Star Wars summer set this year. It doesn't have like the excitement of a Jedi Bob Starfighter or Dark Side Millennium Falcon, but it's just one of those sets that's like really solid all around. It's kind of like the R2-D2 from earlier this year. It'll probably never make like a #1 set of the year type of list, but it honestly is a pretty flawless set. Would you look at that? 330-second collectibles says, do you think the new buildable C-3PO should have come with a replacement red arm and also a replacement gold leg? That way we could have him displayed from different films. That would be really neat, actually. Part of the issue with that would be how the arms and legs are connected. I don't know how they're connected, but like if they're not easily removable, well then that just doesn't make sense. I'm just saying that is a potential excuse for LEGO Star Wars. Realistically though, I think the red arm idea is a fantastic idea, but you know, it just would have added what's another arm and a leg to a set like that, you know? So maybe 25, 30 more dollars. Now you're at 165, $170. I think the set as is at 140 is a really good deal, and not having to pay extra to get like extra appendages that you wouldn't be using the whole time is nice, because it's just extra cost that most people wouldn't care about. I do, however, look forward to people like color swapping out the arm and the leg though. That will be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think the set needed it, and I'm glad it doesn't have it, because it would have just added extra cost and people have been like, this is overpriced. But I think it's fairly priced at 140. Still on Lego Star Wars buildable character talk, Kitten Humphreys says, what Lego Star Wars big fig would you like to see next? And I'll keep this one short. I think there's 3 simple answers as to what the next kind of slew of Lego Star Wars buildable characters may entail. For years, we've been getting so many Gonk droids every year, so clearly they think people really like Gonk droids. They should sell a big $100 Gonk droid. Pretty simple answer to me. Ewoks also have to be on the short list. And then finally, I think the other most likely next buildable character would be like the Rancor. I also want these. Like you said, what I would like to see, they're what I both think are very likely and what I would like to see next. This episode is sponsored by Whatnot. It's the live auction app where you can buy anything from coins to cards, and you know where this is going. Hello Kitty merchandise. I'm hosting my own stream on Whatnot Friday, July 12th at 5 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be selling the coveted 2003 Cloud City Boba Fett, 2005 Revenge of the Sith minifigs, and a great selection of Jedi, Troopers, and whatnot. All of those auctions will start at just $1, and we've just got a massive shipment in of new items that'll be stocked in the Buy It Now. If you're new and you sign up with the link in the description, you'll get a $15 credit for your first purchase, so you could get the Imperial Speeder Bike for $5, Blue Milk Luke for $16, or the Clone Lieutenant for $35. I didn't even mention that I'll be giving away over $300 of Lego Star Wars sets during the stream, but not Jedi Bob Starfighter yet. Maybe next month. Hit that link below. I'll see you on the stream, and let's get back to yapping. Moving on, we've got a great couple of questions that I think I've got a really good answer for, that hopefully the Lego Star Wars designers will end up using my suggestion for 2029 it would be. So Zach and Michael here, 2 questions, same answer. First from Zach here, he says, I'm personally a big Boss Nass fan. Do you think there will ever be a Boss Nass minifig? And if so, how do you think it will show up? And then Michael says, with Lego not making a Queen Amidala this year for the anniversary of, oh shoot, I can grab it right here, The Phantom Menace. He says, when and what set do you think she will be remade for? I guess I should have had her up here instead of Jar Jar the whole time, but that's besides the point. So, Boss Nass and Queen Amidala. Boss Nass has never existed, Queen Amidala has existed before, and I think both of these have a really prime opportunity by the end of the decade to be remade. There's always the potential that they do another Gungan subset, and I think that would perfectly fit both of those characters. They've already put Amidala in one of the older Gungan subsets, but of course I think Boss Nass would be an even better fit as an extra weird figure for a Gungan sub, because they take the Gungan sub from Boss Nass, right? But anyway, and then they take, I guess, it to Queen Amidala, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a while since I've watched episode 1, but the point is, either of those figures could fit in a Gungan subset, but I don't think that a Gungan subset would have both of them in the same set. Here's my real idea. For the 20th anniversary and the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars, they have now, in both cases, released special anniversary minifigures. It's important to know that Lego is clearly not unwilling to make a new mold for these characters. Boss Nass certainly would require a new mold. Queen Amidala, unless they use the old one, which they might not have anymore because it's been 12 years, would also require a new mold. But both Darth Malak and Nine Nub both got unique new molds for their head or parts of their head to make the characters whole there. And so I'm thinking in 2029, people are going to expect more anniversary figures again. It'll be the 30th anniversary of Lego Star Wars, and coincidentally, it'll also be the 30th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. So what you could do in 2029 is, instead of doing another set of 6 random characters, you can do 6 The Phantom Menace characters for the 30th anniversary of Lego Star Wars and Lego Star Wars The Phantom Menace. That's my idea for 2029. And in doing so, of course, Queen Amidala and Boss Nass would have to be included in that. They are 2 very highly desired characters by fans, but also don't have a lot of great opportunities to appear in sets. So in 2029, with the 30th anniversary, I think it presents literally the perfect opportunity to get those 2 characters out there, and maybe 3 or 4 more other Phantom Menace characters that people have always wanted but never been able to get. And so I think that would be a really good use of that 30th anniversary in 2029. Let me know what you think below on that one, but that was just a killer idea I had when I saw these guys' questions. I was like, man, I think 2029 would be the year. Cameron Steffen says, do you think we'll see more Lego Star Wars brickheads being brought out next year, like Greedo, for example, or Jawas, possibly a Captain Rex, considering they've now done Commander Cody? P.S. Love your content. So maybe a Greedo Greedo would be a cool one-off one. I think Greedo and Han together, though, it's got to be a 2-pack, right? But I think the most likely Brickhead set, like, for next year has got to be a Revenge of the Sith Brickheads character pack, because the last 2 years, it's been pretty clear. They did the Return of the Jedi character pack, aligning with the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, and then this year, they did the Phantom Menace character pack, aligning with the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. I think it's interesting that Cody was done a year early, it feels like. I don't know why that is, but it's possible that he was done early because he didn't fit in the other things, and they're like, oh, let's just get him out there. I'm hoping next year we get a Grievous and Anakin and an Obi-Wan at the very least for Revenge of the Sith Brickheads, but certainly there's going to be many more that people want. But yeah, I'm pretty certain we'll see a Revenge of the Sith, like, big Brickheads pack next year. Ken of the Bricks 2 says, have you heard the rumors for a 2025 Ewok Village? What do you think about it? And I have certainly seen some of the talk about this. I've always thought that once the Cantina retires, they'll bring out some sort of MandR Master Builder series set. I still think Ewok Village is incorrect. It seems the source on this isn't necessarily like the best source that you'll get for a Lego Star Wars rumor, but it's still entirely possible. It's a very likely set that they would release anyway. It's kind of like if I told you I think next year they're going to release a Luke's Landspeeder, like, someone's bound to be correct on that one eventually. I think an Ewok Village, really something that's maybe got some trees with a Endor bunker is likely. Maybe it's both together, but I think the bunker has to be part of this, because you say Ewok Village, and I think the 2013 set being remade, but it's been even longer since we've had the bunker. So I think the bunker has to be part of this. It just seems very likely to me, but I do look forward to more concrete information. I'll be honest, I'm more excited to find out what the, like, May UCS $240 set is. Like, will it be a UCS ARC 170 or Jedi Interceptor or something cool like that? Or will it be something lame like a TIE Bomber? I don't know. A TIE Bomber wouldn't be lame, but, like, you know, another TIE fighter, really. Anyway, Mantis Brick says, Ryan, why do you think the new Indiana Jones line stopped so quickly? I was looking forward to some awesome sets and nostalgic remakes, and it's just gone. Yeah, the original plan for Indiana Jones was to have the 3 or 4 sets that originally came out, and then there were supposed to be a bunch of sets that came out with the 5th movie, and then none of the extra sets came out. They obviously canceled the Temple of Doom set, and that was that. And it seems like there'll never be more. And I think they just had a change of heart. That's my opinion. I don't have any other inside knowledge on that. I think the Temple of Doom drama or their decision to cancel that maybe played into it, and then obviously had some domino effects. But it's also possible they just thought the movie was going to flop, and so they're like, yeah, well, maybe we shouldn't do all this. I don't know. I don't know the exact answer, but my best guess is simply that they had a change of heart just based on thinking maybe the movie would flop, or they're like, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't touch this. It's too R-rated, or close to R-rated, I suppose. Soldier Boy says, do you think the decision to not have Boba Fett have his cape was intentional or an oversight? Given the horrible design choices done in the past, it is possible Boba will hereon no longer have a cape for the foreseeable future. I think it was clearly a purposeful decision. It is not the type of thing that, like, for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 Boba Fetts that you do, you give him the cape, and then all of a sudden you forget that Boba Fett's supposed to have a cape. It just doesn't happen like that. I'm sorry. They took it from being an unprinted piece of cloth to adding the printing detail that it should have, and it's part of my frustrations with Lego Star Wars as of late. They spent a decade getting, 2 decades rather, getting better and better and better and better. And now we're seeing regression in some areas, and that is incredibly frustrating as a lifelong fan. Yeah, it's clearly an intentional choice to me. They clearly just decided, for whatever reason, we can't give it to them, and it doesn't make sense. The absolute best guess as to an actual reason would certainly be, like, money, that they just don't want to spend the extra 8 cents to make it happen for us. You know what I mean? Now, it also shouldn't be lost on all of us that they're including the entirely wrong Boba Fett in the new Desert Skiff set anyway, which is a Return of the Jedi set, but they've included the Empire Strikes Back version of Boba Fett. Again, this is a set that is $80 and is made to be paired with a $500 UCS set, and you don't want to give the correct version of Boba Fett. I simply think it's a money question, and it's not even like they're strapped for cash. They're just trying to milk every penny out of us they can and increase profit margins as much as they can. That's just, as an impartial third-party viewer with no ties to the company, that's my thoughts. Mark says, video suggestion. I'm thinking of getting one of the A-Wings. Could you please do a comparison of all the Playscale A-Wings? Thanks and love your videos. I do not currently have time to do a comparison of all of the A-Wings, but I still wanted to help you with your purchasing decision if you got a moment. The 2006, 2013, and 2017 A-Wings should be the ones you're choosing between, and I'll tell you why you should choose each one if you do decide to do so. 2006, why would you buy that one? It's got the classic mid-2000s feel for Lego Star Wars, and it also is still oddly good. So I think the 2006 one is like a fair, really cool choice if you've got a collection of a few of the older Lego Star Wars sets and maybe you want to add in another cool older set. I think 2006 would be a good way to go. The reason you would buy the 2013 one, and I don't know like the latest information, but I think it's the cheapest of the three sealed. It's the least desirable. It's got Admiral Akbar, Han Solo, just kind of like normal run-of-the-mill figures, nothing that would make it like exorbitantly expensive. And then if you look into the 2017 one, it's probably the best one, but it's also probably going to be the most expensive one sealed because it's got that Lando minifigure that a lot of people want. You can pick between the three. I don't think you can go wrong in any direction, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of guidance there, even though I'm not going to be able to make a comparison video anytime soon. Logan Frost says, what do you think the new most expensive set will be? Or do you think that nothing can touch the Cloud City 2003 set? For those that don't know, the 2003 Cloud City set sealed in box runs between $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000, just depending on the condition of the box, the day, the buyer, the seller, whatever. Very, very expensive set. Kind of the next closest like group of sets is maybe like the Darth Maul, the original UCS Falcon, the UCS Death Star 2 from 2005. Like some of those sets, hover around $3,000, $4,000 sealed in box, but they don't touch Cloud City. And Cloud City has ended up becoming the most expensive set. And this list, I suppose, shouldn't include like any of the rarity items like the original first Lego Star Wars, like Toy Fair invite. But as far as like a retail release set that's like really expensive now, there's no way anything will ever touch Cloud City because minifigures. People love minifigures. And so the Cloud City Boba Fett in that set, along with the Cloud City Luke and the Lando and the like they've become legendary, very, very expensive, hard to get, very sought after minifigures. Like I said earlier in my Whatnot ad read, I'm actually selling a Cloud City Boba Fett starting in auction at literally $1, so like it's going to be insane. It won't sell for $1, but it'll be insane to like see happen, right? Friday at 5. But yeah, the figures have like helped that set become way more expensive than everything else. Like that original Death Star 2 is like a way cooler set than Cloud City to me. Like I love that Death Star. Personally, I do not think anything, certainly in my lifetime, will touch the price of that Cloud City set just because of how rare it is and will forever be. Like another good example, I suppose, another like maybe equally rare set is the 2002 UCS Naboo Starfighter, and it looks even cooler than the Cloud City set, but doesn't have those classic, now really rare minifigs that people really want to go out and get. And there's an alternate reality, by the way, for people that don't know, where this Cloud City set is not $10,000 because Lego almost did release that Cloud City Boba Fett in a couple of other sets, but for whatever reason they ended up scrapping that idea for the 2006 Sail Barge and 2006 Slave One, at least like in some of the original imagery for those sets. It included the Cloud City Boba Fett. I suppose that doesn't confirm that they were gonna actually put it in the set, but it seemed like that would be the case. That is all the questions I have for this week. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit the like button. And if you have a question or topic for next week's episode, please drop it down in the comments section below. Appreciate you guys as always. And hopefully I'll see you on my Whatnot stream Friday at 5. Link below to get your $15 credit if you're new to Whatnot. See ya.